What's going on, my little piglets? It's your BFF Pork Chop here, and I'm coming at you with another update with Pork Chop. Happy Friday, or as I like to call it in my industry now, fucking Monday. So, as of right now, it's looking like my Fridays are Mondays and my Mondays are Fridays. So, it's interesting to say the least as of right now. But anyway, I am through for the evening, and I'm going to go home and enjoy company with my amazing wife and my ridiculous animals, and I'm just looking forward to the evening, for sure. Don't know what I'm gonna get for dinner yet. I want to get something to eat tonight, obviously, but I don't know what I want to get to eat, if that makes any sense. So today was a little uneventful at my job. Pretty much just worked my 10 hours and got to go home, and then had an hour lunch break in between. But there is this, okay, so I've kind of fallen in love with one of the residents, not like that, but I've fallen in love with this little old lady that she makes my day. Just the way that she reacts to the questions I ask her, because I got to go into the rooms and take their food orders. So like I'll ask her like questions, and she'd be like, her response is just, I don't know, they send my like smile like into overdrive, and it makes me happy. Like I tell her like the dessert, or I tell her like the side dish or whatever, and she goes like, "Ooh, that sounds good." And she's like probably in her 80s, and she's just this little old thing that I think still she needs a wheelchair to get around, and she's on a special diet and everything, and so she's I love her to death, and she always laughs at my little jokes and everything like that. It's just kind of what I would expect my Nana to be like if she were still around. My Nana passed away, unfortunately, at the age of, I think she was 88 in 2012 or 2011. So she's almost pushing 100, just about. And so it just kind of like talking to some of these people, these elderly folks, just reminds me of my Nana. And I had only like 19 years with my Nana, but it was still times that, towards the end especially, I had other cousins that were like, "Oh my God, I can't believe we have to go to Nana's. I can't believe we got to do this. I can't do that. Oh my God." And so like it was just, it would just, set me back, because like I said, towards the end, I was just fascinated. I was, just enjoyed listening to her stories, about, because she grew up during the Depression era. So she would, her favorite sandwich was a peanut butter and mayo sandwich. Still gotta try that, but apparently that was her treat during the Depression era, because, they didn't have, delicacies really. They just had, the nitty-gritty basics. And then once in a while they could treat themselves, and that was her treat, was a peanut butter and mayo sandwich. So don't knock it till you try it, I guess. But it was that was crazy when she told me that story. Then, just stories about my granddad Lyman, who unfortunately I never got to meet. He passed away before I was even born. I think my grandmother was still a teenager when he passed away even. And just enjoying time with her, and her always yelling at the neighbor's dog, and just her reactions, because like the dog would bark all day, and then she was just like, she got so frustrated. So one time she saw her neighbor, and she was like, "What's your dog's name?" That's all she asked. "What's your dog's name?" Like, "Oh, the dog's name is Mooney." She's like, "Mooney, okay. Appreciate it." So my Nana was in her backyard doing yard work, and this dog is just barking and barking and barking and barking. She's, "Hush, Mooney!" And the dog's like, "Oh, yes, ma'am." So anytime that he would get too riled up, and she would, have that authoritative, voice, "Hush, Mooney!" He would stop barking the entire time. And then I guess he'd just like reset the next day, and then she'd have to like redo it all over again. But it was just hilarious. So for like 5 years, like anytime I heard a dog, I'd just be like, "Hush, Mooney!" Because my Nana didn't curse or anything like that. one time when my dad was little, she did something and she didn't like it, and she just said, "Oh, Pitt." And my dad said, "Grandma, if you're gonna say the word, just say the word." And she just goes, "Oh shit." So it was hilarious. And her little comebacks, and everything like that, just the way that she talked. Like anytime, like my older sister, my grandma would have like a heated argument about something, because my sister was a teenager at one point, so everything that she liked, my grandma didn't like anything like that. So my nana would just slowly turn down her hearing aid and just nod and smile. My older sister could be telling my grandma to eat shit, and my nana would just be like. So there you go, enough about my nana. So one of the highlights of today, it's also Friday the 13th. Happy Friday the 13th, you beautiful sons of bitches. I did change my profile picture on my Facebook to my Jason costume. I think it's the exact same picture that I posted on social media on Halloween, even on here on YouTube. And it just, Friday the 13th, it doesn't really feel like a Friday the 13th this year, especially when you have to work it. Maybe next Friday the 13th, maybe I'll have off and I can actually do something. But a lot of people are getting freaked out because it's like Friday the 13th in 2020. It's like, oh my God, what's going to happen? And nothing really big has happened today. Knock on glass, save your ass. But nothing really big has happened today. And a lot of people were expecting something to happen. And I don't know, because it's 2020. We've been hit left, we've been hit right, we've been, studying for our French final, and then it turns out it's actually in Japanese, that kind of thing. And it just, I don't know, man. This year's just been crazy, as you well know. And it's hopefully going off with a whimper instead of a roar, because 2020, if anything, deserves to just crawl in a hole and just stay there until it ceases to exist. For multiple reasons, you guys know. You guys may even have a list of reasons on your own, but it just makes me look that much forward to 2021, especially for this channel, especially for like ideas and stuff I have going forward. Just got to get into a routine with this work schedule, and I'll be up to snuff. But I'm just looking forward to 2021, guys. I really am. I know I was saying that about 2020, and then 2020 wasn't very nice from the very start. I lost Kobe Bryant, and then COVID happened, and then they canceled NCAA March Madness. The baseball was delayed, basketball was delayed, hockey was delayed, college football started on time. But now my Aggies are having technically a bye week because of COVID, so they had to reschedule a game until early December instead of late November, or early November, mid-November, whatever. And then, of course, my dad passed away, unfortunately. We lost Alex Trebek. We lost a plethora of celebrities, man. I mean, if this is the year that celebrities die, man, this has probably been the worst one that I can think of. I think the worst since this was probably when Robin Williams died. But we're losing so many people left and right, it's ridiculous, including two of my idols being Kobe Bryant and my father. It just, oh my God. It's just like, can 2020 just piss off already? And so that's why I'm running for president. Just kidding. I'm running for president so 2020 doesn't happen again, that we know exactly how to deal with it. We got a playbook. We got like an NFL style playbook that shows us, play for play on what to do if we have another virus, what to do if we have this, what we have that, if we have a celebrity death here, if we have an election here, just whatever. It's a playbook. It's a playbook that's going to tell us, exactly what we're supposed to do. Because if 2020 has taught us anything, it's preparation, for sure. If 2020 has taught us anything, we should be Batman by the time another pandemic comes. We should be Batman by the time that, a natural disaster occurs. We should be freaking Batman the next time there's a presidential election. By that I mean Batman is the most lethal person next to Kevin McAllister with prep time. So we're trying to be Batman for sure. And I'm saying Batman because I got me a right here. You guys can't see him obviously, but I went to Dollar Tree and bought those little is he mounted on there? Yeah, he's mounted pretty good on there. A little trinket, little Batman trinket. And they had two of them. They had a gray with blue cowl and cape, and they had an all black with the symbol and the yellow utility belt and a gray cape. But it's Michael Keaton's freaking Batman. It is freaking Michael Keaton's Batman, for sure. Like even the muscles look the same, and the boots and the gauntlets and everything like that. It looks freaking awesome. So what I did was I detached the cape and I spray painted it black so it can match the remainder of the costume, and it's fabulous. It's probably one of the coolest things that I've done since the Jason costume. But I was feeling very creative the other day, so I was looking up like ideas, like DIY projects you can do for cheap and stuff like that. And most of them went to, hey, you can get this at Dollar Tree, you can get this at Dollar Tree, you can get this at Dollar Tree. But I didn't really find anything at Dollar Tree that I wanted, so I was just perusing the aisles, and I found this little Batman trinket, and I got a Batman puzzle as well. So I was able to do that, and then eventually, hopefully, I have time to do said puzzle, and then I want to frame it, but I guess I got to get a custom frame because the puzzle's a weird size. So I'm probably gonna have to like custom frame it, or probably get a bigger frame that I need, and then just put like black foam or something in the background, or make something up. I don't know. I'll figure that out. I'll cross that bridge when I get to it. But right now I'm on this side of the bridge. And so also Black Veil Brides released a freaking single today on Friday the 13th, man, and it is so damn good. It is called Scarlet Cross, and my first impression when I heard it during one of my breaks today at work was it had a very like 80s metal feel. Like it sounded very just the tone and the way that Andy Biersack was singing, and the drum beats and the guitar, everything just sounded, it kind of sounded 80s. And this is the new era of Black Veil Brides. Their Wild Ones, the Wretched and Divine era is over, and this one apparently they're calling it The Phantom Tomorrow. And this is, I don't know if it's a concept album or what. They've been releasing like symbols and stuff, but their first single is Scarlet Cross, and it's good, guys. Black Veil Brides is really damn good. My biggest takeaway is I read the comments on the YouTube channel of the official video. It's a really cool video. It's Black Veil Brides, and they all have a scarlet cross right here, and like some of them are dressed up as like monks. It's not Andy Biersack because he doesn't believe in t-shirts, so he's just wearing like a jacket with like no shirt underneath it. He's got the scarlet cross on one of the sleeves or one of the shoulders, and it looks good. And then there's also like telling a story about like this these like muggers that are following this girl down an alleyway, and she's about to get murdered, and then I guess the Phantom Tomorrow, I guess is what they're calling him, shows up, and it's like, tune in next time for another installment of The Phantom Tomorrow. So they're treating it kind of like a superhero, like comic, like a serial, and it just looks freaking awesome. And so I'm in with this new era of Black Veil Brides. I'm Morty from Rick and Morty. You son of a bitch, I'm in. I love Black Veil Brides, as you guys well know. I did make a whole damn Spotify playlist about them, and I'm probably going to add Scarlet Cross to it, into the mix somewhere. Just like with all the other playlists I'm making. If a band that I have made a playlist for releases a single or something like that, I'll probably add that in there. And then at a future date, add more songs as the album is released. Because I'm sure they're going to make an album. If not, then maybe like 2 singles, kind of like they did with The Night, with oh God, what was it? The Vengeance, and oh my God, I freaking love the song, and I can't remember the song's name. Saints of the Blood. They released like I think they called it a duology. where they're just going to release like 2 singles at a time. So I don't know if they're going back on their word and they're actually going to release a whole album, because the Phantom Tomorrow sounds like a damn good album. It could be a good concept album, actually. And for those of you that know, Black Veil Brides' best album was The Wretched and Divine, which was a goddamn freaking concept album, and it was amazing. It was good. It told a story, and it was great. So anyway, keywords here are Happy Friday the 13th. After getting off topic and going down avenues and alleyways, please watch the Toronto Huskies installments if you haven't already. I'd greatly appreciate you guys. Also, go listen to Chris and I's podcast that we recorded last night with Ashley. His sister made a special appearance, and it was good. It was really good. We went off on a tangent about COVID because they just recently were out of quarantine due to COVID, and then we just talked about a bunch of random hodgepodge stuff with a little bit of football in it. So, a little bit of football and a football podcast, that's all you can ask for, right? All right, guys. Guess no questions today. It's a Friday. You guys enjoy your weekend. If you're like me, though, there's no weekend until maybe Tuesday, which is weird. But anyway, guys, I'm going to get out of here. Thank y'all so much once again for dropping by. Like I said, hope you guys have a badass weekend ahead. Hope you guys have a fantastic Friday the 13th. Go listen to Black Veil Brides' new single. Tell me what you think. There's a homework question for you. Go listen to Black Veil Brides' new single, Scarlet Cross, and tell me what you think. And then homework question number 2, I'm just going to have you go watch the latest Huskies installment. And then homework question number 3, go comment on the podcast that Chris and I released yesterday. There you go. There are your 3 homework questions, and then you can enjoy your weekend, and maybe that's part of your process of enjoying the weekend. All right, guys. Always remember, my little piglets, Colin Pork Chop loves y'all the most. So y'all take it easy, guys, and I'll see y'all next time. Bye, guys!